Good day, welcome to Martinez Design. In the continuation of our 2-bedroom that we are working on. So in the previous episode, these are the things we have done, and the living room and everything based on the what we have for the site. And now in last episode we were able to create some of work that we crop all this one and create some sheets so that we have most of our work being arranged as a professional before we start for printing or send to a client. So that's just that aspect. Now I quickly want to do something. What I want to do today is that I want to render this floor plan. Someone asked me that I would see she render a floor plan that if he doesn't want to like go and be using camera, and I say okay, it's not that something that what's just there is that you need to work with your realistic and model some of this, because apart from using room tag or something like that, the material will not come as a normal when you are using normal material to do your work. So how will you do that and render it? We are going to explain that in this particular tutorial. But what we want to do here now is that let me quickly show you how you can quickly publish your work or print your work as a single sheet. All these 5 pages, I want to put them in a PDF. So if you have a printer, you'll be able to send them to your printer, but you don't have, you can send as a PDF and send to your client to make use of. So how do you do that? So as you have arranged everything here, you just need to come here and say file. What you just need to do is to print. There are 2 ways to do. You can export as well as a PDF format, something to send to your AutoCAD or send to any kind of format, DWF. If you have engineers working on, you can send out this one by your sheet. You can create a PDF source from here as well if that's what you want to do. So you can create a PDF file. This one is too, you can just like create PDF. So how will you do? So this one is being selected. You see the field being selected. You change some of what we want to change here, like name of bedroom. What are those things you need to do with it? So you select the field and you print them in that area. You select the section in which you want to export. So if you don't have a section, you need to create one. And just like how do you create section, you just select section and view from here, and you say edit. So from here now, you come here and then you say 2D, 3D, I don't need them. So I only need my paper something, and you say check all these things have been selected, and just say okay. So as you have done with this one now, what else do you need to do? You need to set your page accurately. So you use a page like this and you go back and you go and look at what kind of paper page do you use to do whatever you want to do. So all this depends upon your idea. So you seem to fit. So like I seem to fit, use 6 to do whatever you want to do. So surrender is a center, so swing to page and fit to page, things like that. So you can just set all this one and you click. After you have set all the work finished that you have rendered, you just click on what export. But I don't encourage people to do it because this one used to give a lot of issue, a lot of editing by those standard activities. So what I encourage you to do is to use normal printing. So I will teach you that now. So you go to print and you say print. So you come to print and you say print to page. Almost the same procedure. The reason why I'm using this one is that this one is going to help you. Now you have with Microsoft the printer name. So this Microsoft is inbuilt for everyone that are using from Windows 10 upward. This default printer always come. So instead of the people who are using Adobe Acrobat before, this is no more necessary. All what you need to do is to use this particular PDF format. Microsoft Print to PDF has been embedded since Windows 10. So if you have Windows 11, you can just like that. So how do you now combine whatever you want to do? The first thing you need to do is to go to by setting setup. So in your setup, you change this one. You choose A3 paper. That's done. After you are choosing your A3 paper, you click to zoom. So you can see 100% if you are sure that the paper you are using is complete A3 paper, that would be best for you. Just say 100% and you come back and say center. Let it be center into what? Don't use offset because this one will cause confusion. Just say center into page. So you use to So I don't think we have anything to do with this. Landscape is what we have already gotten. So if you want to put it in portrait, it's your choice. But how we explore to use landscape, all these have been there. Raster quality, high, you can change them if you don't want them, but it's okay for me to leave everything like this and say, no, this is what we have. Now after you have done this one, it's not finished, because now if you print like this, everything is going to come out in a separate format, which is not advisable. You need to get your document at once and simplify. So you just say select file, select view. So select view. After you select, before you select the view, something will happen. We tell you that you create what? Create separate file. All what you need to do is to say combine them. You don't want them separate, just combine them for yourself. And you say select. Like we have done in that previous one, this one has been selected. So if you have another one, all this one will be toggle off. So but what we want here is that we have already selected what we want to use. So we want to use only sheets, and that is what we want to use. So you can say edit the print order. If you don't want them to be 1, 2, 3, you can edit them by changing them. So you just click and drag and things like that. So but you don't do that like this. So you have already installed this one now. So page 0, page 4 now come to at number 3, which is not good. So you bring it down again. So you bring them down. So now every page has been selected 0, 01, 02, so like that. So that's how you do post your work for free. So cross check again, is it okay? Am I okay with it? You can preview if you want to preview, but if you're not previewing, just say select. I'm okay with everything I've done. So we printed tip and everything. I think I'm okay. But if you want to still check your work before you print, all what you need to do is to say current view again. The current view again will give you what preview measure. So you say preview so that you know that the paper space, this is the way. You want it to cover up, you need to still do some editing work. For me, it's okay like this because this is just normal stuff. But if you want it to cover up, let's quickly dive into that one and see how far it goes. So close now. So what will I just do is a Control P is another way to print again. So you just say setup here. Instead of me having 100 there, I will just increase it to 103. So when I increase it to 103, I say okay. You ask me a question, I will say no. So you just say preview. You now see that it's more, it has covered that page more than anything. So you can open it to 05. It will definitely cover everything up, which is not good because you need to show some of your boundary line and every details you are displaying. So that is just the way. So Control P again, and let's go to what we want to do. Select the sheet. So select this one. They are still maintaining. So cross check again. They are maintaining that for you. So you just say print. So when you say print, it's going to give you, this one is going to bubble up and see if you want to select and put it in somewhere. It's not going to go direct to this place. That is one thing about that one. Say okay. Can you hear? So now it's telling you an option. If you want to select in another, so I'm going to select it on my desktop. So and I will call it what? Bedroom. So just what I want to have. So I say okay. You see how it prints and everything will pop up together on my page. So it's continue printing. You can imagine the way the thing is loading. So it's telling you the number of sheets and everything in this process. So after which you finish everything, the more graphics what you have, the more your printing will get to be. So after it's finished now, everything is ready. It has popped up for you. So how do you now check? So you go to desktop and come to desktop. This is it. Everything is combined here. So you can just like open it. So I'm using out default something. So you can imagine what I've already created. So you see the way they arrange each other. This will definitely help you and you present your work to your clients in a light manner and in a good mood. So it's there. So if you do more editing, it's now your choice to do whatever you want to do. So I'm closing this down now while I go back to the content of the day. So the content of the day is that how do we shine materials. So this one I'm just going to focus on the room, 2 rooms, and then the living room. So the remaining one you imagine it by yourself and create whatsoever. So let's start. How do you do that? Forget about the annotate and everything. So what you just need to do in your development is that I won't allow you to, I will have said you should use a floor to create that, but it's not advisable for me. So what I will I advise you to do is to use component to create that what you want to create. Model in place. So after you do that, you go to floor. This is floor. So you say okay. So I'm expecting you now. After that, you now go and use extrusion. Don't use any other things, just extrusion, so that you'll be able to balance everything you want to do. So I'm going to select, and I will say I want to use only my so I can later edit it for you. Every area that you know that is not good for you, you may decide to edit them on your own. So I'm going to do this one. So since I'm using the same room, so except I want to change the color of room, but I want to combine the rooms together, so I will only go for room like this. So I've created what I want to create here. So my issue now is that this thing is more bigger. We are still going to get there, but not yet. So what we do here is that we go to category. You know, when this thing is creating, it's snap to level 1. Understand? So you can reduce the height to 50. So it's still going to be on the level 1 as well. So what we do here is that you change the category from here. So the category you have changed, now you need to change the material from here, appearance. So like this one that is selecting air, so I don't need it. I can like select aluminium 4. Then what I do here is that I duplicate the aluminium 4. It will give me aluminium 14. I can change the name if I want to, but there's no more time for that. So I'm going to go to select appearance, and I will go to flooring. So from flooring now, I can have as many as I want in material that I'm seeing. Anyone that suits me will be the one I'm going to use. So for flooring of the room, I'm going to go with the marble gray. So let me just go with this slate gray green. So I'm going with this. You can use any material of your choice. So I will increase this because I want it more bigger. So I'm going to go to sample size scale. So I'm increasing it to 1002. So let's see, it should be yes. So everything increased. So it's updating itself, and I'm pleased with that. So after which you have done with this one, what you don't need to do, click finish and see what we've done. So you see that the thing is disappearing, you are not seeing it. So what will we do? You can hide this if you want to hide the door, so that you'll be able to continue to select what you are developing. Now it's not visible. So what will you do? Come to realistic and set on realistic. See the realistic, so that this is there, but it's not giving us the color as we are expected, isn't it? So what we just need to do is to work on the graphics. So you can for check here. I don't think you need to change your fine or anything. So actually fine now is okay, but all these lines are disappearing, which I don't even like. You can just like expose this one by put on the shadow casted, but all these lines need to be in the detail. So I'm returning it back to coarse, where I'm going to follow up on that solid black line, and I'll still maintain what I need to maintain here. So where would the issue come from? Come on the graphics. So edit the graphics. The place you have issue is your lighting, and it's only the lighting. When you correct the lighting, now everything is going to be corrected. So the sun is too bright, so you control the sun. Click, bring the sun back, apply it. Can you see? So the more you control, you can just increase the ambient a bit. Apply. So if you have effect, good. If it doesn't have effect, does not matter. So you just control the light by putting it at 15. I think 15 will be okay for me. So that is it. So you have the material being selected on the floor, and every other things are there to maintain the base size. So now you select this one. What will you do? So you can just edit in place. So now you copy this. You are still selecting place, because by the time you don't want them again, you'll be able to let them everything at once and let them go. That's why I'm saying this one. So you click here and say copy. So just copy and paste. Then all you do, you edit, say edit, delete everything. Then you withdraw only for the living room. So what would you do? Select and finish it here. Why are you doing like this mouse? So select and finish it there. You click finish. So after then you change the material for this one as well. So you set 14 here, you duplicate. Then you go to flooring and you change the flooring material. So now stone, if it's okay by you, or carpet, whatsoever, just select and look at whether it's fitting or not fitting. So let me just select a carpet tile. So I'm going to select this one. Okay, and then I'll say close. So I will do the same editing that I did there, but I think this one is okay because of the space is large enough, so I don't need to go too much. So emotion relief premp and everything can just like adjust most of them if you feel like, but just a quick work to do. So if you are detailing things up, you can just like work more. So you can see, so I have this one in place. So if you want to do for the toilet now, you can do the same thing for the toilet. Just select and say copy. Yes, done. So copy in place. So this one you may not like going further and be catching and drag. You just drag because it's just a rectangular something and so on. You see that while you are doing those templates, all these templates are giving way and they are showing on the floor. The reason is that you have already categorized them, giving them the thickness of the normal thickness that is supposed to be. So what you do here, you don't need to edit or something, just change the material of this one straight up. So duplicate and then come here and assign a new material entirely. I'll have a toilet kind of material. So I'm going to say flooring. So tiles, let's select tiles, and here we have diamond. So if you want to choose diamond, choose diamond. So but if I'm not doing that, just like choosing whatsoever that, so I'm going to choose diamond red to give me what I need in that area. So diamond red has been selected. You select this one to check whether it's okay. So you are going to increase it because of the size. So I'm going to increase it to 1000. So 1000 here will be okay for me, and I will say done. So as I have it done, I say done again. So this is the diamond that I've gotten here. This is what I have in this place, but I'm not satisfied. I can decide to change it and increase whatever I want to increase like that. So if I'm not satisfied with what I'm seeing as a color, so maybe I can drag it down a bit so that I will have a color of my choice. So if that color is not giving me my happiness, what I just need to do is to leave it up and move to another color entirely. Like I am seeing here, I'm not going to get what I need, so I will change this material completely to different thing. So what we do is just select and say miscellaneous. If it's miscellaneous, it's okay for you. So you can just click on this pedal and just acoustic tile whatsoever. So what you just need to do is to use the color that fits you to obtain that and see how far. So you see the toilet is, I think this one is okay. So that is what we have, and you click OK and you maintain that. So if you want to correct it now, you just go to the sun, just like double click this one so that this one will be expanded. I don't need this let it off. So what you need to work on is your sun. The sunlight so be adjusted. So come to lighting, and then you increase it to 20. Always try to work with number. And you see, so the more brighter come for more. So if as you have done it like this, you can just select and say edit in place, select everything all together and mirror them. So mirror all. The kitchen did not have, I deliberately put it that way so that I won't have any confusion with that. So you can see, so if you the heights, like I've said, you just need to organize it and reduce, let me say 20 thickness. It's still going to maintain that something and you're still going to sit there. So if you are confused that where are those things, you just need to adjust your section and move it towards the area and say go to section. So what do we do? These are the things we do. These are the thickness. So you hardly feel it on the floor. So this is it. The work level. So you hardly feel them on the floor. They are 20 mm thickness. So it's okay like that, and that is what someone has asked. This is how you render your work. After with this, you have done with this one, you can present it in Photoshop and take it to Photoshop and go and do. This is more better or highly recommended if you are displaying this material for your client, much more than you are using wheel tag to do whatever you want to do. I'm not against the wheel tag, but it's okay. You know what you do with it. You do whatever that pleases you. You can just select wheel tag like that too and place it. You flow and you still continue doing your work as it needs to be. So thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial when we are going to do something more. God bless you.